Dalada Samidupetai, we are delighted to welcome you to the special live broadcast of the Day Perahera, brought to you by the Media Bureau of the Sri Dalada Maligawa. After 5 evenings of Kumbal Peraheras, 5 evenings of Ramdoli processions, we are here in the final event of the Kandy Esala Perahera 2022, which is the Daval Perahera, known as the Afternoon Procession, which will be moving from the historic Askiri Gidigevihari to the Sri Dalada Maligawa premises. You are now seeing pictures of the Perahera relic casket that was placed last evening at the Askiriya Gidigevihari, being brought towards the ceremonial tusker by the Honorable Devalaya Nilame Pradeep Nilangadala, and this Perahera relic casket, which was safely kept at the Askiriya Gidigevihari, will be now placed in this silver run hilige, placed on the ceremonial tusker, who will be carrying the Perahera casket this afternoon. It is the tradition that on the final Randoli Perahera, the Perahera will recommence after some time and proceed towards the Gidigevihari known as the Adahana Maluva, and the Perahera relic casket will be kept in safe hands overnight until it is brought back to the Sri Dalada Maligawa premises on the second afternoon. We are seeing the Perahera relic casket being garlanded by the flowers by the Venerable Mahasangha of the Askiri Mahavihara. And today the ceremonial tusker will be Singharaja, belonging to the Sri Dalada Maligawa stables. As we see, the ceremonial troop of tuskers will be descending down this magical stairway of the Askiriya Gidigevihari and proceed down the DS Senanayaka Vidya, ascend the Temple Street, Deva Vidya and Raja Vidya, and circulate around Sri Dalada 3 times until it will ascend the Sri Dalada Maligawa premises at the auspicious time of 3 p.m. We are seeing the aerial images of the esplanade of the Sri Dalada Maligawa, which is cooled by the breeze of the Kirimuhuda on this afternoon, as the skies of Kandy are in somewhat a sad moment to recommend the idea that this will be the final day of the 2022 Esala Perahera Festival. Walking up front, we see the whip wielders, who will be performing the role of informing the public that the Perahera is on its way. The whip master is seen clearing the way for the sacred casket and the king. In the ancient times, it was the ruling king who would parade the streets, but now it is the Devalaya Nilame, the lay custodian of the sacred tooth relic. In fact, we are seeing the true spirit of the Kandy Esala Perahera with the audience around the city of Kandy, who will be staying by the streets to enjoy this procession and invoke the blessings of Lord Buddha. The Kandy Esala Perahera is a festival that colored the skies of Sengadagala many years since history. And in the year 2022, the Kandy Esala Perahera was hosted with great elegance, with the usual spectators around the city of Kandy, recommencing the authentic spirit of the Perahera festival. It is believed that the sound of the whip cracking depicts the sound of thunder and lightning, paying homage to rain gods, requesting to bless our crops with cultivations of rain. The setup of the Afternoon Procession or the Day Perahera is a festival that comprises of a different format when compared to the Kumbal and the Randoli Peraheras. On the evening of the final Randoli Perahera, even though the Perahera shall descend the Sandagala and proceed back to the Sri Dalada Maligawa, the Perahera will recommence in a few minutes of time and proceed back to the Gedige Vihara located down the DS Senanayaka Vidya in Kandy. And after the Diyakapima or the water cutting festival, the requelaries of the four deities Natha, Vishnu, Kathragama and Patini will be placed in the Pullayar Kovil located down the Katugale Vidya of Kandy. And in the Day Perahera, the Devalaya processions will leave the Pullayar Kovil at the auspicious hour, parade down the Kotugudella Vidya, the hill street, and reach the junction of the T.S. Senanayaka Vidya, where it will combine with the Dalada Perahera and leave at the auspicious recommended time. And once the Perahera will reach the D.S. Senanayaka Vidya, it will ascend upwards the temple street, Deva Vidya, Raja Vidya, and circulate around the Sri Dalada Maligawa premises 3 times before concluding at the recommended auspicious hour. The whipmaster's duty is handed down from generation to generation of their clans. Only those who have mastered the art of whip cracking will be taken for the grand Randoli procession which we witnessed last evening. According to the traditions, a Perahera which does not have this pedigree are not even being worth called such. The whip, which is 2 meters long, needs to be carefully manipulated without hurting their colleagues or the onlookers. And this team of whip wielders will be led by Mr. Upali Jayaratna. Next in line in the procession are the Buddhist flag bearers, who will be clad in the white national costumes, carrying the Buddhist flags, preceded by the national flag of Sri Lanka. The sight of the Buddhist flag creates a sense of tranquility on the onlookers, reminding them that this is in celebration, devotion, and an offering to Lord Buddha and Bodhi, his understanding of the Dhamma. The Buddhist flag is a symbol of faith and peace. The 6 colors of the flag represents the colors of the aura that emanated from the body of Lord Buddha when he attained enlightenment under the Bodhi tree. The horizontal strips represent the races of the world living in harmony, while the vertical strips represent eternal world peace. The colors represent the perfection of Buddhahood and Dhamma. The flag bearers create a sense of unlimited compassion of the Buddha. The sight calms the undisciplined, wayward minds and focuses them of the love and the compassion radiating across the universe, the teachings of the Buddha. It is the norm of the procession that the Peramunerala, or the front runner of the procession, is the first person on elephant back and neither officials nor elephants are permitted to parade before the Peramune rally, and this elephant is Banda from Ratnapura. Following Banda, we now see the official Heavisi troupe of the Sri Dalada Maligawa, who will be playing 4 of the 5/4 types of instruments this evening. In fact, no Panchatura Vadana or traditional orchestra is permitted before them, and this is the Gajanayaka Nilame with the golden anchors majestically approaching on his tusker. The Gajanayaka Nilame is the royal official in charge of the king's troop of elephants, and it was a position given to him directly by the king himself. To symbolize the fact that the Gajanayaka Nilame, who is attired in colourful Sinhala Mullandum, majestically approaches on this elephant, and he is in charge of all the elephants and tuskers who walk in the procession. And this afternoon, the Gajanayaka Nilame is on the mount of the elephant Saliya belonging to the Mahiyangana Rajamaha Vihara. And now we see the pinnacle moment of this day Perahera, the arrival of the ceremonial tusker who will be carrying the Perahera relic casket that was kept overnight at the Askiriya Gidigiya Vihara and to be brought back to the Sri Dalada Maligawa premises. The tusker will be walking on the white carpets known as Pavada and under the canopy known as the Uduviyana, escorted by these troupe of West dancers. This afternoon, the royal tusker of the day Perahera will be Singharaja of Sri Dalada Maligawa, who will be accompanied by the fellow tuskers Miyan Raja of Sri Dalada Maligawa and the tusker Sindhu belonging to the Malwatu Mahavihara. Following the royal tusker, we will now be seeing the arrival of the Devadara Nilame Pradeep Nilangadala, who will be accompanied and escorted by the West Dance troupe. The Devadara Nilame, or the lay custodian, is considered as one of the protectors of the Sri Dalada Maligawa and the sacred tooth relic of Lord Buddha. And it is the norm that he will be walking in this Perahera with the serenity of the gods and escorted by the West dancers, and he will be walking underneath the pearl umbrella which is known as the Mudukudera, and followed by the Vidanis of the 10 villages. Following the Dalada Perahera, we are now seeing the arrival of the Srinatha Devala Perahera. In fact, just like how the Perahera casket was kept last night at the Gidige Vihara, the godly ornaments of the 4 deities Natha, Vishnu, Katragam and Patini were placed at the Pullayar Kovil in Kandy after the water cutting ceremony that was held this morning at the Gatame Diyakapanatota. God Natha is considered to be a god of Buddhist origin, which is the reason why we see the Buddhist flag bearers commencing and leading the procession of God Natha. Following these Buddhist flag bearers, now we see the arrival of the first elephant of the Sri Mahanatha Devalaya Perahera, who will be carrying an official with the flag of King Ravana. And the elephant who will be leading the procession of God Natha this afternoon will be Rohana, belonging to Mr. Varuna Kannangara of Horana. The elephants and the performers of the Sri Mahanatha Devalaya Perahera will be clad in attire of the color yellow to symbolize the color of God Natha. Following the majestic walk of Rohana, now we see the official heavy troupe of the Sri Dalada of the Sri Mahanatha Devalaya, who will be playing tunes that are unique to the Tevava, or the offerings that are made towards God Natha. The official heavy troupe of the Sri Mahanatha Devalaya will be trained by Mr. S.Y.G. Vijaysena. The four heavy drum beaters, who are permanently seconded to the service of the Sri Mahanatha Devalaya, will be performing in this part of the procession, and no Panchatura Vadana or traditional orchestra of singular music, or making musical sounds, either using drums or instruments, is permitted before them. Natha is believed to be the aspiring Buddha who will be attaining enlightenment next, which is the main reason why we see the procession of God Natha following the Dalada Perahera. We see the arrival of the Gajanayaka Nilame of the Sri Mahanatha Devalaya, who was on the mount of the elephant Kandula from Maharagama. And now, following Kandula, we see a Savarang dance performance. The Savarang dance will symbolically represent the fanning towards the godly ornaments of God Natha. Savarang dancers have been trained by Mr. Dirshan Shalika of the Arya Aesthetic Academy of Kandy. dance act is considered similar to the Chamara dance act, which is also seen in traditional upcountry dancing. In fact, the difference between the Chamara and the Savarang is that the Chamara will only have one tussle attached to one end, whereas the Savarang will have the tassels attached to both the ends. next elephant of the Sri Mahanatha Esala Perahera, who is Vijita Raja, belonging to the Devalaya Vihara of Coromandel. And now we see the arrival of a Nayandi dance troupe who are being trained by In fact, this troupe of dancers are also known as the Pantheru dance act. Following this Pantheru dance troupe, we are seeing the arrival of the two elephants, Rani from Godagala and Panchali from Kottala. This is the arrival of the ceremonial elephant who will be carrying the godly ornaments of God Natha in this afternoon's day procession. Today, the godly ornaments of God Natha will be carried by the elephant Bibila belonging to Mr. Udara Kalapatti of Kiriyula. Bibila will be accompanied by Kumari belonging to Mr. Kamal Kitsiri of Kottawa and Parami belonging to Mr. Samantha Vijayamana of Madhavida. And now we are seeing a troupe of West dancers who will be escorting the Basnayaka Nilame of the procession. And in this afternoon's day procession, the Basnayaka Nilame of the Sri Mahanatha Devalaya in Kandy will be represented by a Basnayaka Nilame of a rural shrine known as the Pittisara Devala. And this is the arrival of the Basnayaka Nilame Akalanka Bandara Verapitiya, the Honorable Basnayaka Nilame of the Dodangwala Natha Devalaya, which is an affiliated shrine to the Sri Mahanatha Devalaya in Kandy. the Basnayaka Nilame of the Dudangulanatha Devalaya is being escorted by these West dancers, accompanied by the guards who will be carrying the weapons. This commences the procession of the Sri Mahavishnu Devalaya, preceded by the flag bearers of the procession. It is a norm that the leading item of the procession of God Vishnu will be the provincial and the area flag bearers. In fact, God Vishnu is known as the god designated by Lord Buddha as the protector of Sri Lanka. Therefore, all these flags represent the fact that God Vishnu will be protecting all of these areas and provinces. And we see the first elephant of the Sri Mahavishnu Devalaya, who is Taraka, belonging to the Kaduela Siddharan Kadupatini Devalaya. And on the mount of Taraka, we see an official who will be carrying the sun and moon flag of the Satara Koralaya. Following Taraka, we see the heavy troupe of the Sri Mahavishnu Devalaya, who will be playing the Panchatu Renadaya and the tunes used in the offerings or Tevava of God Vishnu. And following that, we see the Gajanayaka Nilame of the Sri Mahavishnu Devalaya. On the mount of the elephant Mutubanda, belonging to Venerable Murundani Dhammaratana Thero of the Mutiyangan Rajamahaviharya. Following Mutubanda, we see the tuneful Savarang dance performance. The Savarang dance is symbolically fanning and cooling the impending approach of the godly ornaments of God Vishnu. We see another elephant of the Sri Mahavishnu Esala Perahera, and this elephant who is walking in this Dalada Vidya in front of us is Muthu, belonging to Mr. Indika Mudunkot of Manikinna. This dance act is known as the Udaki dance performance. The walk of this elephant Vastu, belonging to Mr. Pradeep Meena Palava of Mavanella, will bring us into the pinnacle moment of the Sri Mahavishnu Devala Perahera, which is the impending approach of the godly ornaments of God Vishnu being carried by the ceremonial tusker. And this afternoon, the ceremonial tusker Rama of Heyantudua will be carrying the godly ornaments of God Vishnu, clad in his traditional Bokkarang costume, which was used in the times of the kings and the ancient Dalada Perahera procession. And today, Rama is being accompanied by his Dala elephants, Sita, belonging to Mrs. Nilanti Veerasinghe of Mirigama, and Vasana, belonging to Mrs. Krishanti Alapatha of Ratnapura. Rama will be preceded by the chief trustee of the Sri Mahavishnu Devalaya in Kandy. And now we see the arrival of the Basnayaka Nilame of the Sri Mahavishnu Devala Perahera, escorted by these majestic West dancers. And today, representing the Basnayaka Nilame of the Sri Mahavishnu Devala in Kandy, we have the Basnayaka Nilame Jayampati Hinkenda, who is the Honorable Basnayaka Nilame of the Alavatugoda Saman Devalaya in Kandy. In fact, the Alavatugoda Saman Devalaya is believed to be the only shrine that is dedicated to God Sumana Saman among the upcountry Devala shrines in Kandy. While that marks the end of the procession of God Vishnu, we now move into the procession of God Katharagama of the Sri Maha Katharagama Devalaya in Kandy, and here we see the arrival of the Buddhist flag bearers. Apart from the Buddhist flags, we are also able to see the flag of King Ravana and the flag depicting the picture of the peacock, who is considered as the vehicle of God Katharagama. Following the flag bearers of the Sri Mahakataragama Devalaya, we are now seeing the official Havisi troupe of the Sri Mahakataragama Devalaya in Kandy, which is led by Mr. PVG James Gurunanse. Following the Havisi troupe of the Sri Mahakataragama Devalaya, we are now seeing the arrival of the Gajanayaka Nilame of the Sri Mahakataragama Devalaya in Kandy, and he is on the mount of the elephant Manike belonging to Mr. Anurakempitiya of Kyulpane. And this is the Udakki dance performance of the Sri Mahakataragama Devalaya. The Udakkiya is a dance act that is performed using the hourglass-shaped drum with a tail fixed at the end of it. And the interesting function of this particular dance act is that it is a combination of singing, dancing, and instrumental playing. And this is the Thalam dance performance that is also known as the Castanet. Following the Castanet dance, we now see a very young elephant who is Raju, belonging to Mr. Chamila Bandaranayaka of Gannorua. And this is a very energetic Likeli or a woodstick dance performance. Following this Likeli dance performance, we now see the arrival of the elephant Chula, who belongs to Venerable Bengamue Dhammadinna Theru, the chief incumbent of the Pelmadulla Rajmahawihara. Following Chula, now we take a slight turn in terms of the cultural element of the Perahera, where we witness a dance performance that is unique in South Indian culture, the Peacock Dance, also known as Mailattam in South India. The significance of the peacock being performed in the procession of God Katragama is to symbolize the fact that the peacock is in fact the vehicle of God Katragama. And following this dance act, we see the arrival of the elephant Sudumanike, who belongs to Mr. Buddhika Mirihalla of Ganetan. The energetic and the most devoteful Kavadi dance performance that is quite unique to the procession of the Sri Mahakataragama Devalaya, and among the godly belief of God Kataragama, we now see the approach of the ceremonial elephant Esala of the Pirisyala Senanayaka Mudalindarama temple, who will be carrying the godly ornaments of God Kataragama, and he is accompanied by Aruna belonging to the Handala Rajamahawihara in Vattala and Ratna belonging to the Sankpala Pelmadulla Rajamahawihara in Ratnapura. And this troupe of West dancers will be welcoming the representative Basnaik Nilame of the Sri Mahakataragama Devalaya. And today, representing the Basnaik Nilame of the Sri Mahakataragama Devalaya in Kandy, we see the Basnaik Nilame Gayan Walisundara, who will be representing the Gamanu Walisundara of the Kataragama Devalaya. While this commences the final segment of the afternoon day Perahera, which is the procession of the Sri Mahapatini Devalaya, preceded by the Buddhist flag bearers. Following this heavy troop, we now see the Gajanayak Nilame of the Sri Mahapatini Devalaya on the mount of the elephant Bandara belonging to Mrs. Vijayanti Perahera of Horana. And now we see the arrival of the ceremonial elephant who will be carrying the godly ornaments of Goddess Patini, who will be escorted by these West dancers. And today, the godly ornaments of Goddess Patini will be carried by the most ceremonial elephant Mangala, belonging to Mr. Udara Kalapatti of Kirula, and he will be accompanied by the elephants Menike, belonging to Mrs. Shriyani Gunavardhana of Dangomita, and also the other elephant Sita, who belongs to Mr. Roshan Patirana of Maharadana. And finally, we will be seeing the conclusion of the Sri Mahapatini Esala Perahera. And finally, we are in the last segment of the Kandy Esala Perahera 2022. Let us hope that our country will be blessed with abundance of prosperity as we see the arrival of the Basnayaka Nilame of the Sri Mahapatini Devalaya. And today, we will also be seeing another representation of the Sri Mahapatini Devalaya Kandy. He too will be escorted by these West dancers. And today, representing the Basnayaka Nilame of the Sri Mahapatini Devalaya, we see the Basnayaka Nilame of the Ambeka Kataragama Devalaya, Honorable Shanaka Bandaranayaka, who will be walking in place of the Basnayaka Nilame, and he will be accompanied by the guards. While that marks the end of the final day Perahera procession of the Sri Dalada Maligawa Kandy Esala Perahera of 2022, let us hope that our country will be blessed with an abundance of prosperity and rain. Let there be timely rains to fertilize our crops and bless our lands with prosperity. May our country prosper. Dalada Samidupitai.